Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't done a live in quite some time. I've been under the weather for a while. Um, and as you can tell, my voice is not the greatest even right now. And on the way in, if and when you get a chance, please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make this particular live somewhat brief. And if you saw the name of the live, it is Lizzo versus Aaliyah. And I know that, listen, right now, this woman, for whatever reason, Lizzo, is the hot thing that's going on in music. Well, at least in pop music. I would not consider this woman R&B. She was just named Entertainer of the Year. But to me, and I am not so-called fat shaming by any stretch of the imagination. I really hate that. Like if you're downing a, a fat person, and I'm a big guy, no question about it. I understand that, nephew. I thank you very much, nephew. I definitely appreciate that. If you talk derogatory about them, and I will not be derogatory, at least not intentionally, but I will be stating facts. And anybody that knows how I conduct my live streams and how I conduct all of my videos, all I do is state facts. Now, when it comes to music, obviously everybody has their own certain likes and dislikes. Now, in this case, there will be some probably younger people who will claim that I will be a hater if I choose Aaliyah over Lizzo. Well, what I will come back to you with is listen to their music. In fact, just take three songs of each artist. Take three of what you feel are Lizzo's best songs, and you put them up against three of what you feel Aaliyah's best songs were. Now, obviously, we have to keep in mind also, and again, people, please, I apologize in advance for my voice because, again, I am still recovering from I had walking pneumonia earlier, and I still am feeling a little bit of the effects of it. I am doing a lot better. I will say that I am about 85 to 95% better. But as you can hear, my voice is not 100% yet, even though I have gained a lot of my strength back. So again, I apologize once again, and that will be the last time I do apologize, because obviously I have to keep going in this live stream. But you take three of Lizzo's best songs, and I'm gonna be honest, I tried to stomach "Truth Hurts," which is her biggest single to date. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I mean, I listened to about 3 minutes, and that was a hard 3 minutes because, quite frankly, this woman has no effing talent. She just doesn't. I'm sorry. I mean, if Big is a talent, then Precious would win an Academy Award every year. I mean, I'm sorry. Lizzo stinks. I'm sorry. Now, keep in mind that Lizzo right now is 31 years old. She's on tour right now, and in fact, she had to cancel a couple of her shows because she has the flu. Now, despite how I feel about her music, obviously I would never wish anything on this young lady, and I do hope that she does get better and that she recovers well and gets better because I know how that feels. I mean, anybody that's had the flu, hey Leslie Smith, how you doing this morning? Slash morning slash afternoon. It's almost the afternoon. But again, I just don't see the talent. I mean, and then when you look at who would you rather have your young daughter, whether she's a preteen or a teen, who would you rather have your daughter listen to? Would you rather have her listen to Lizzo, who, and let's face it, I'm not approved by any stretch of the imagination. Listen, when it comes to tossing a few curse words, I mean, I might have the blueprint when it comes to that, let me tell you. Especially when I go on some of my sports rants. And I'll be going on one later on today, when I'm comparing Drew Brees to Tom Brady, because that's the biggest snow job that's gone on in pro football over the last 15 so on years. Because Drew Brees is an infinitely better quarterback than Tom Brady. He just doesn't have the same team. But I digress. That's another video. But when you listen to Lizzo's top 3 songs, if you want to listen to Truth Hurts, I mean, like I said, I could only stomach maybe about 2.5, 3 minutes, and I'm being generous because she has no discernible talent to speak of unless you're having a fried chicken eating contest. Then Lizzo's winning that hands down. Oh, okay, so you must be on Central Time. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So that's where the hour discrepancy comes in. But let's look at Lizzo, as I mentioned, and I'm not going to play any of either one of their music here because I don't want to get flagged with copyrights and this, that, and the third. But when you listen to Juice, Truth Hurts, Good as Hell, Tempo, and Water Me, that's 5 songs of hers. You listen to those 5 songs. Then listen to 5 of Aaliyah's songs. Oh man, I didn't even get to that yet about Rizzo, and I will be getting to that very soon. In fact, you know what? I'm not even going to touch. Hey, good morning, Midnight Star. How's everybody? And happy holiday to you and yours as well. I'm not even going to touch the stuff that she did with R. Kelly because obviously we already know the controversy between that marriage and what happened there. Let's just set that aside. We won't even touch that. Now keep in mind, Lizzo is 31 years old and is just now hitting her prime. And God bless her. I'm not going to hate on this young lady. I'm just not going to do it. Okay? But that doesn't mean I have to like what she's doing and what she's singing because she stinks. When especially you compare her to this young lady, Aaliyah, who we lost much too soon at the age of 22 years old. You know, tell me about it. Trust me, I'm not running around wearing stuff where I'm showing off my body because let me tell you, it'd be a laugh-a-thon. But that's another story. And I tell you what, I waited until I was 50 years old to get there, and I'm still in better shape than that person there. But that's another story. But let's look at Aaliyah's. Again, I'm not even going to touch the R. Kelly stuff, where he arranged, produced, and wrote for her. But let's look at the stuff that she did with the combination of Timbaland and Missy Elliott. And look at what Lizzo has just put out. I mean, when you put out, if your girl only knew, classic. 1 in a Million, classic. Are You That Somebody, classic. I mean, those are just 3 songs. You stack that up to what Lizzo put out, and it's not even close. And I left out a whole lot of songs. I mean, let's face it. Aaliyah blows Lizzo out of the water with her vocal talent, her stage presence, her ability to put on a show. We won't even touch the fashion sense. When you look at Aaliyah and her past pictures, now keep in mind, I understand that it is dated because we did lose her right before the towers fell in 2001. And believe me, I was there. I have no idea why YouTube blocked you from her chat. I have absolutely no idea why. But obviously that would have to be taken up with YouTube. But look at the way Aaliyah presented herself, the way she dressed. You never saw Aaliyah who had a model's body. Didn't have an ounce of fat on her. Was a very nice looking young lady. You never saw her with her butt out. You barely saw her in midriffs. She was always covered and presented herself as a young lady should. And that's despite everything that happened, allegedly, with R. Kelly. Look how she's always had presented herself, even when she was in the movies. When you look at her role in Romeo Must Die, the small role that she had in The Matrix, and that was the second part of the trilogy of The Matrix. And you look at how Lizzo presented herself at the Staples Center during the Laker game with her ass hanging out, swallowing the damn foul. And you tell me who's the better role model for a young lady. And that's not fat shaming. I mean, let's face it. She had no business wearing that, and I don't care who it was. I don't care if it was... No, I didn't say that anybody was comparing. This is me. This is me comparing Lizzo to Aaliyah. And that's just one example. And I'm doing that to show how far down popular music / R&B music in general has gone down. When you look at Taylor Swift, which is another example, and I'll be doing a video on that too. Now Taylor Swift is more decorated than Michael Jackson, and that's an absolute joke. And they're only doing that to discredit and destroy Michael Jackson's legacy and try and paint him a certain way. And we know that there are an element of people who have gone out of their way to do that. And they are being helped tremendously by that sad sack, man-hating, son of a bitch, Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, I said it. And I'll be doing a video on that very soon as well. And I've already done videos documenting how Oprah Winfrey and Stale King have gone out of their way to desecrate black men and Michael Jackson in general. And in particular. But when you look at Taylor Swift and look at her music and her body of work, you cannot sit up here with a straight face and tell me that Taylor Swift is 1/3 of the artist that Michael Jackson was. And if you try to do that, you are lying to yourself. And you know you are. And anybody that tries to tell you that this person, Lizzo, who somehow was the artist of the year, well, that lets me know, I mean, quite frankly, the music that's being shoved down our throats right now isn't worth a damn. And if you want to say, well, you're just an old hater, you're 50 years old, and you don't know what you're talking about. Listen, there's still a lot of decent music out there. Now, you might have to look for it. I understand that. You have to dig for it a little bit deeper than you used to have to. But You can't tell me that Lizzo is the best thing that's going on in 2019 musically. I'm not even the biggest Rihanna fan in the world. I would take Rihanna in a heartbeat 3 times quicker than that damn disgusting Lizzo. And quite frankly, Aaliyah will run rings around both of those ladies. Please like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claude White. Take care, and God bless.